Today, we're going to talk about Hollywood and the Cleveland Indians. I'm going to talk about a couple movies that pertain to the Cleveland Indians. But before that, I'm going to give you a little background information about the tribe. It all started in 1960 when they traded the American League home run champion, Rocky Calvito. They traded him. They ended up getting a guy in return that didn't do so hot. For 30 years, they were in a slump. They called this the 30-year slump of Cleveland. They didn't do too hot. Since they were in a slump, some producers in Hollywood thought they'd be smart to make a movie about the tribe. To us tribe fans, we were very happy. They made a film. It was called Major League. In this film, they had a bunch of bums that played for the Cleveland Indians, and they thought it'd be funny since Cleveland was in a 30-year slump that in the movie they go from being the worst team in the league to being number one and making the playoffs. So they thought they were funny by making films. Ironically, 5 years later, the tribe they returned to the World Series for the first time since 1954. They proved Hollywood that they still, despite all the hatred, they can do good. In 1995, however, they lost in the World Series. 2 years later, they had a chance to redeem themselves. They were in Game 7. All they needed to do was get a win, and they were World Series champions. It's bottom of the ninth. They're up 2-1. There's one out. You only need two more outs. Cleveland brings in their stud. The closer, Jose Mesa, has been lights out dominant all year. There's a guy on. Bottom of the ninth, one out. He comes in from the bullpen. Picks up the ball. Looks at the catcher. Gets the sign. The delivery. The pitch. What do you know? They get a base hit. They score the run. The game goes to extra innings. The Indians end up losing the game. They don't win a World Series again. What do you know? People blame Jose Mesa. Me, myself, I blame Hollywood. Why do they gotta attack the tribe? Why do they gotta make movies about us being the worst than being the best? We could have been the best, but no, Jose Mesa blows it. Hollywood cursed us. What's next? Then, 2001, go to the playoffs. What do you know? They lose. They lose to the Yankees. 2007, they're up 3-1 in the series against the Red Sox, 3-1. You only need 4 games. What do you know? The Red Sox win 3 games in a row. They boot out the tribe. No more World Series hopes for them again. Now we're going to go to another film. Recently there was a movie called Moneyball. It's about the Oakland Athletics, but the Indians had a little background and story to it. In the beginning of the movie, Oakland A's general manager goes to Cleveland looking to get some players because they lose Johnny Damon, Jason Giambi, 2 studs. They're trying to get some people from the Indians. Indians general manager talks to his little assistant, Paul DePosta. He says, no, don't trade him. Turns out this guy is really good with math and good with statistics. Oakland A's general manager, hey, I think you're pretty smart. Why don't you come with us? Why don't you come with us? He ends up getting 6 players, underrated, nobody heard of. Oakland A's turned out they were going to be a bust. They were supposed to be a bust. They turned out to be studs, those 6 underrated players, because he was once working for the Cleveland Indians. Go Tribe. But now he's working for the Athletics. What do you know? They go on a 20-game win streak that year. 20 games! That's the longest in AL history. 20-game win streak. Oakland A's go to the playoffs. Hey, let me ask you, where were the Indians that year? They weren't in the playoffs. So, is the Indians that bad? Or does Hollywood just like to curse us? I don't know, but go Tribe.